Sports coverage in the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt, and I always felt
here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from Buffalo. On the return, this is strong. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League. Quarterback, Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game in a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Pick up a 2 on the last run. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Cook. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So here come the Chiefs, and that means the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better if they're going to come away today with a win. They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball to his hands, and he does the rest.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Play action here. Mahomes. Pass is caught by Gray, right side. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Push. He's got one at a time. They get to him and bring him down. That is Joey Bosa getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
And in motion is Brown. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll run it. And Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck but he's got the first down.
17 yards. First down, Kansas City.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. The ball's deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's
Third and long for Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now Mahomes. Moving outside the pocket, and he's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. He continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. They'll start on the ground with Cook. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Elijah Moore. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
They're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good for a Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 37.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Chiefs on top. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. As we are ready to get back underway. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Let's call it a yard at most. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Cook. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. From the gun, it's Allen. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
Another Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. I'm this coordinator. I think I'm giving him one more shot to see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Cook. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal.
6-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal. From the gun, here is Over to the flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Brown now to return it. Crazy. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passing. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. T.J. Sanders getting in to drop him for sack number 11 on the season.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get it out of bounds. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
It's a loss of 2.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Josh Allen.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up second and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Allen now on second down. That one taken in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bill. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Makes the score Bills 10, Chiefs 7.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On first down, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
Pacheco, a gain of 14. And the first down, Chiefs.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. After Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied. Third quarter, a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. From the 24 now, here's second and 9.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Bills offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. They run out of the gun. It's Cook. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Throwing now, Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third and 8.
To the air is Allen. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Big Ed Oliver. He's in there to drop him, and it leads to fourth down.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at fourth down as a result.
The Bills bringing on the punt team as he's on to punt for the second time. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. First and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down, Chiefs.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get forward to about the 42. Matt Milano there to stop him. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Oh, We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
You'll get Kelsey quickly on the RPO, and they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 27-yard line.
To throw is Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
Xavier Worthy. A gain of 14.
They go play action with Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. The outside catch made by Worthy. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice, touchdown KC.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Scott, thank you. Rain only intensifying now as the teams have come back out. This figures to be a wet and wild second half to come. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bills offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Run out of the gun with Cook. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Buffalo Bills.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's a handoff to Cook. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
On the stop. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And did the Chiefs get it? They did. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Chiefs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. They put Kelsey in motion. 1st down throw, Mahomes. Oh! And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Pacheco. He gets the fourth quarter going. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Back at the 17-yard line.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They put Kelsey in motion. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs move out to a 24-10 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll begin with first and 10. With Cook, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up second down at the 24-yard line.
Second and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Forced out to his right.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Chris Jones. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
That's interference.
That might
Defense.
make this a first down. A run up the middle with Cook. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
James Cook. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
From the gun, it's Allen. Back into the hands of Shakir. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. Quickly to Shakir on the RPO. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To the air once more is Allen. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up.
Pass interference. Defense.
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2. They'll try it with Cook. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. They stop the 2-point try.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Brown now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Forced out wide, taking off, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
First down, Kansas City.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Second down at the 41-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And taking a shot downfield for Kelsey. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Throwing now, Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. On comes the Chiefs punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do. Throwing now. Allen here on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds. Here is 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the gun, here is Allen. He'll find Shakir open right side. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
That's good for a Bills first down.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. This one caught right side by Knox. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the Chiefs.
Throw once more. Here's Allen. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
And he is going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion works, and we've got ourselves a tie game.
Tell the teams that practice these end-of-game situations. After the offense scored, there was no big hoopla. They weren't throwing themselves a parade. They immediately knew they had to go for 2. Get back in the huddle, get their best play call executed, and we got a tie ball game.
The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. First down, Chiefs.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Mahomes now to throw again. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock. So, overtime coming up, and remember the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown in the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still tied, that's the way the game ends. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. On first down, it's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the first down, Chiefs.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco.
Number 10.
From the 42-yard line. Here's second down and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
Mahomes
second and
back
6.
to the outside. Catch made by Worthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
A gain of 7. First down, Chiefs.
Now Mahomes to the left side in the hands of Rice. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
6-yard pickup brings up second down.
A run. It's Pacheco. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up third
and short. Here's Patrick. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not. And be taken down there.
We're going to find out pretty quickly how aggressive this head coach wants to be here, Mike. All the analytics say on the plus side of the 50, you've got to go for it. You have to take advantage of this field position and try to come away with 6. Big decision here, but I think they've got to go for it.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll try it now with Pacheco. Yeah.
Isaiah Pacheco.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
First down, Kansas City.
They put Kelsey in motion. He gets that to Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up second down. At the 28.
And in motion is Brown. Mahomes now on second down. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Gray. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he will get into the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
He'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line. The Bills going to use their final timeout here.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
That's good for a Bills first.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.